We watched as my parents exchanged gifts with each other and gave Maria her gifts too. They gave me a few romance novels I'd been wanting and a couple of sweaters. Aiden sat back and watched the whole thing with a light smile on his face. I couldn't stand the fact that he was watching us all give each other gifts without receiving anything. "I'll be right back," I muttered, running off to get his gift out of my room. I'd made it before we got in our fight and hadn't wrapped it because I didn't know if we'd make up. I held it behind my back and looked at Aiden. "I haven't had time to wrap this, so close your eyes while I place it in your hands." He gave me a flat look, but when I widened my eyes, he relented, holding his hands out. I gently placed the gift in his palms and whispered, "Okay, open." When he opened his eyes, they widened. "Did you make this?" I hadn't been able to get the picture of Aiden burning CDs based on books out of my head after we got burgers. I loved giving Christmas gifts, and when he'd told me, the idea flew into my mind. "It's based on our book, or at least what we have so far." I nodded at the CD in his hands. "I tried to put one on for every chapter we've written so far. I know people don't really listen to CDs anymore, but I thought for the nostalgia of it all, and there's probably way too much Taylor Swift, but I love it." He smiled softly, reading each title I had written carefully on the front of the CD. "I can't believe you made me this." He shook his head. "Hang on a second. I got you something too." I bit down on a pleasantly surprised smile. I hadn't expected him to get me a gift at all. He dug around in his peacoat for a second before instructing me to close my eyes. I held my hands out and felt a cool metal touch my hands. My eyes flew open and I gasped in surprise. It was the locket from the holiday village. I ran my thumb over the smooth oval locket before opening it. There were 2 empty slots for pictures, one on each side. My Letha had had a portrait of her children on one side and her husband on the other. It had felt wrong to take them out, so I'd never really imagined what pictures I would put in a locket of my own. "Aiden, how did you?" He shrugged. "When you went to the bathroom, I ran back to get it." "Rosie, that looks like the one Lita gave you," my dad said quietly. My throat thickened with tears. It was terribly expensive, and even though Aiden had the money, he didn't have to spend it on me. So many memories of my Lita and that trip to Peru rushed back to me. Now this locket held memories of Aiden and Lita in it.